Hi, this is Laurel, and I wanted to share with you a different kind of video this time. Normally, I will either, talk to you about, well, I don't really do a lot of preview or plan videos anymore, but I will talk to you about, what I have gotten, usually like the first day of the week, second day of the week, so that you can go out and if you like, do some of the same deals. But there are quite a few of us that do that, and so this week I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to take a look at my week in review. And now this is one store, but I collected all my receipts from one store because I wanted to analyze exactly how much everything was worth, what my savings were, what I was spending, what I was getting back, and just to kind of take a look at things and determine really what the worth of everything is, so to speak. So after adding up all of my receipts, I figured out that this everything that you see here from this one particular drugstore was over 737 or about $737 worth, and tax was 422, so it would have been like what, 741.22. And I used $617 in coupons, and I used $117.02 in store credit and gift cards, store gift cards, and $7.20 out of pocket. That was my out of pocket cash expenditures for everything. And I ended up getting back 145 in store credit. And now some of that I actually was rolling into some of these transactions that you see, but essentially it was still, $7.27 out of pocket and earning at least as much as I got back for all these transactions. It's about 13 transactions, I think, over the course of, let's see, 4 days. So that is, what my analysis is looking like. So my out-of-pocket expense was about a tenth, or maybe a little less, than of the actual cost. It was 741 and change, and I spent 7 and change. Then yeah, it was definitely less than 10% out of pocket. But like I said, I earned it back anyway in store credit. I may not have gotten it back in cash, but I got it back in something that spends as well as cash does at this store. And so, I'm not sure if this is something you're interested in doing, but I definitely wanted to analyze, how much is this worth? How much is all of my time and effort and all the time I put into this? What is it returning? What is it netting me? And so, this shows me that it's definitely worth it, because as you can see, it's not just non-food items. It is some of everything. It is, there's some food items. There's some chips. There's some rice. There's some candy there. And way in the back here, there's some soda. We discovered 7-Up cake this week. Oh my goodness. So those are bottles of 7-Up. And there's some flour, some sugar, there's some apple juice. This is one of 3 insulated coolers that I bought on clearance. With summer clearance and all, I bought 3, and there are some things missing because I know that there's some other food items missing. We bought a pizza, we bought some frozen wings and some other stuff that we've eaten or we've used or whatever, and we'll be definitely giving some of this stuff away. And there are plans for all of this stuff that you see. It's the question we couponers usually get, what are you going to do with all that stuff? You're wasting, your time and money, and there are people in third world countries starving, we've heard it all. But yes, everything does have, a place where, I really do want it to go. Okay, so feel free to leave me any comments below, and if this is something that you want to do or that you do end up doing, you're welcome to let me know. Link your video to this one. But again, I've been wanting to get to this point for a long time where I could really sit down and see, okay, what does one week look like? And I was able to do it at this one store. I didn't really do much of anything at the other drugstore, so I didn't even bother with a video on that this week. But I think this is worth it. I think this is definitely worth it. And for those of you who are contemplating, is it worth it? Oh yes, it is definitely worth it. Okay, so again, any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below. And thanks ever so much for watching.